और ये मैं जब वीडियो ऑन करता तो मेरा दिखाई देता है और स्क्रीन दिखाई नहीं देता है।
स्क्रीन के लिए आप वापस से वो स्वाइप अप करके फिर वो एक्समाइंड पे चले जाना।
स्वाइप अप कर दिया, एक्समाइंड कहाँ पे आ गया? हाँ एक्समाइंड आ गया, ठीक है ओके। अभी मैं वीडियो चालू करूं क्या? मेरे को पता नहीं लग रहा है अभी कुछ भी।
वीडियो चालू करने के लिए वो स्वाइप अप करके फिर वो टैब में जाके वीडियो चालू कर देने का, और वो स्क्रीन चाहिए तो स्वाइप अप करके फिर से एक्सपांड वाले टैब में चले जाने का।
प्रभु आप लोग ठीक है, एक मिनट।
हाँ
वीडियो चालू है, अभी स्वाइप अप करके एक्स माइंड में जा रहा हूँ, ठीक है ओके। ओके हरे कृष्ण। मतलब अभी चालू है ये, अभी पूरा स्क्रीन में चैप्टर 7 दिखाई दे रहा है।
हाँ बराबर।
अभी मैं वीडियो ऑडियो ऑन किया कि नहीं पता नहीं लग रहा है मेरे को। ऑडियो ऑन किया है कि नहीं पता नहीं लग रहा है।
वापस से स्वाइप अप करो और वापस से चेक कर लो।
ओके फाइन, आई थिंक आई गॉट इट। ओके हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna. International Society for Krishna Consciousness invites all you to the 7th day of Bhagavad Gita 18th session. So the chapter is entitled Knowledge of the Absolute. We are direct into the Bhakti Yoga. As you know that Arjuna was in a mess and in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, because he had a plan which is different from plan of Lord Shri Krishna, and he was in such a mess that in the second chapter he takes shelter. He says that Karpanya dosu pata sabhava prichami tam dharma samodajeta. I want the divine knowledge. I want the divine knowledge. So Krishna is starting the divine knowledge. In the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he smashes this first reason for not practicing Krishna consciousness is compassion for body, and then he gives the divine knowledge. In the third chapter, he smashes the second reason for not taking up Krishna consciousness is that enjoyment with the family members, that is smashed, and he says, I want the divine knowledge. So divine knowledge, Krishna says that you should take up the Krishna divine knowledge, which will cut the eternal enemy, and the most powerful enemy, not outside, inside, that is lust. So that is being mentioned. And in the fourth chapter, Krishna says this divine knowledge can be easily accepted when we take shelter of a spiritual master, Tadvidi Pranipatena. And in the fifth chapter, with the help of this divine knowledge, one can see the soul within the body, in every living entities, and in every body we not only see the body, we see the soul along with the super soul Bhuktaram Ekatapasam. And in the sixth chapter, Krishna again talks about Dhyan Yoga, that is taking up sannyas, going to the forest, because he wanted to smash the fifth region, indecisiveness, that is by telling him that become a yogi, and of all the yogi, Bhakti Yogi is the best. Bhakti Yogi is better than the Gyan Yogi, Dhyan Yogi, and Karma Yogi. So in this way, Arjuna is now totally without any doubt that he has to practice Krishna consciousness, yes, and he's ready for it. And now Krishna says that you should be the brand ambassador for spreading Krishna consciousness. With this wonderful, conduct, walk your talk and make people Krishna conscious. Get up early, chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulative principles, attend Bhagavatam class, and in that way, work the whole day, and in the end of the day go for Sandhya Arati, go to sleep early, get up early, again start the day. If you do that, people will follow you. You are the brand ambassador for spreading Krishna consciousness. Okay, with a small introduction, Arjuna is now ready. So for Bhakti Yoga, to sell this product, you should know the product. So Krishna is going to speak about Bhakti Yoga. With this small introduction, we will proceed further. For better understanding and easy assimilation of the subject matter, we will be taking the subject matter in the following manner. Phase 1 will talk about the glories of the divine knowledge in slok 1, 2, and 3. And phase 2, we will see that the knowledge of Krishna's energy, how one can pursue Krishna everywhere, earth, water, fire, either. And then he talks how one can even though how one should surrender to Krishna, who surrenders, who does not surrender, who's any. So in this way, and also talks about 8 kind of people in this, and 2 more kind of people who are mentioned, human beings are mentioned, that is the Devta Upasak and the Mayavadis. And in the fifth phase, we will see the 11th kind of human being. They are the Brahmavadis. And there are 8 in this way, this wonderful chapter, like gives solid, wonderful information how Arjuna can be a brand ambassador for selling Bhakti Yoga. So let us jump into phase 1, glory of the knowledge about Lord Shri Krishna in slok 1, 2, and 3. Hearing reveals the phenomenal and the material and the spiritual, the phenomenal and the numinous knowledge, that is Gyan and Vijnana. So Arjuna, Krishna is talking about this realized soul, which is very, very rare. So in this way, Krishna is starting. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, once again, Sri means beautiful, and Bhagavan means most important person. Whenever Vyasadeva says Sri Bhagavan Vacha, that means that most important, most beautiful person is speaking. That means we should pay full attention. Our mind should be totally into what Sri Bhagavan, that is Krishna, is going to speak. We should take off our mind from here and there, anything, anywhere, and full attention to what Krishna is going to Maya asakta mana partha yoga yunjam ashraya asamsaya samagramam yata geye shitakshrenum. Hey Partha, now try to hear how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with your mind attached to me, you can know me completely, free from doubt. So, wow. So this is a favorite sloka of Srila Prabhupada, Maya asakta mana partha yoga. It should be attached. A yogi is attached, like the gopis are attached to Krishna, asakta. They are thinking about Krishna all time, all place, and all circumstances. They are in such a state that they can never ever forget Krishna for any time, any place, and any circumstances. We are struggling to remember Krishna at all time, all place, and all circumstances. But we are sometimes in some situation and some place to remember Krishna. But the gopis saying, get attached, Maya asakta mana partha. Jnanam te ahimsa vijnanam idam vakshamya sheshata yad gnatvaneha bhuya anyaj gnatavyam avashishyate. I will fully reveal this knowledge, both material and spiritual. Once you know this, there will be no further knowledge for you to know. Very few have this knowledge. So wonderful. This is a knowledge which is complete. And once we know this, then we have nothing more. Gyan means knowledge. Gyan means knowledge. And Vigyan means experienced knowledge or realized knowledge. Like Rasgulla is round in shape, it's white in color, it is soft in touch, and it is sweet in taste. It's made of milk, it has got sugar, and it weighs somewhere around 300 grams. Wow, this is knowledge. But knowledge is still very dry. Still we realize, then we pop up the rasgulla in the mouth and it's soft and sweet, and wow, that is great realization. I like it, I will never forget the taste, and I want it more of this. So that is vijnana, that is realization. So knowledge means knowing Krishna, knowing Krishna's avatar, and knowing living entities and the material energy. So this way, understanding vijnana means special understanding of Krishna, understanding that loving Krishna gives bliss. So that is vijnana, that has to be experienced. Rajvidya, Rajvagya, Pavitram Idamuktam, Pratyaksha Avagaman Dharmam Sukam Sakatvam. Wow, realize that is called vijnana. Idam Vakshamya Shashita. Once you know this, you don't have anything else to know. Yet Gatvanaya Bhuya Anyaj. And there is nothing more to know. So this knowledge is very rare, very few get this. So who are the few? Manishanam Sahasreshu Kashyad Yatati Siddhaye Yatatanam Api Siddhanam Kashimvam Veti Tatvata. Out of 1,000 of men who endure to be perfect, that is follow the scriptures. Of those, out of those, one of them will attain perfection and knows me in truth. That means there are 1,000 people of all the people in the world. Very few, let us say, get up early in the morning. One who is selling the newspaper, one is selling vegetable, one is selling milk. They get up early. But of that, many, 1% of that 1,000 people who get up, 1% is actually coming from Mangal Aarti to the temple. And in this way, one who is coming to Mangal Aarti, there are 1,000 of them. Of that, one who really is enduring to know Krishna in truth. So that is a devotee of Krishna is 1 in 10 lakhs, 1 in 1 million. So that way, Manishanam Sahasrashu, very few people come to know Krishna in complete. Wow. So if we know Krishna, then wherever we see, whatever we see, and anytime we see, we will remember and see Krishna every time, every place. So this is what is being explained by Krishna in Sloka 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11. The material energy, earth, water, fire, air, ether, and the soul can be perceived. Then Krishna says he is the creator, maintainer, and destroyer in 6 and 7. And he says all pervasive and essence of everything in slok 8, 9, 10, and 11 and 12. Wow. So now Krishna is going to say something special. Here he starts the divine knowledge. Bhumi apo analo vayu kamana buddhir evacha ahankar iti yamme Vinna prakriti astada. Now that I have your attention, I will tell you 8 types of material energy, ashtadha. They are bhumi, earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Then mind, intelligence, and false ego. So now understand, whenever you see earth, remember me. Whenever you see water, remember me. Whenever you see fire, remember me. Whenever you feel air, remember me. Whenever you feel either, remember me. And whenever you pursue mind, intelligence, false ego, remember me. So, wow. अपरायम इतस्ते अन्यम प्रकृतिम विधि में पराम जीवभूत महाभावो यदम धार्यते जगत. Apart from these 8, oh Arjuna, that is another superior energy. Yeah, that is superior because it has a consciousness, it can feel. Earth, water, fire, air, we cannot feel, we kick it, it will not feel the pain, but there is another living entity which can feel the consciousness. And because it is superior, because having consciousness, it is manipulating earth, water, fire, either to make buildings and swimming pools and etc. and etc. for its enjoyment. That this entity, this is called as, this superior energy is called as Jiva Bhuta Mahabhava. It's called as the living entities of the Jivas. So now we have earth, water, fire, air, either mind, intelligence, false ego, and the soul. Wow. Apart from that, 9, there is one more superior living entity, and that is Krishna. That is what is explained by Krishna in Sloka 6 and 7. He says that earth, water, fire, air, either superior to earth is water, superior to water is fire, superior to fire is air, superior to air is ether, superior to ether is mind, superior to mind is intelligence, superior to intelligence false ego, and superior to ego is soul, and superior to soul is super soul. And why super soul is greater, Krishna is going to explain, because Krishna, the super soul, is the creator, maintainer, and the destroyer. He is God, 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 generator, and operator and destroyer. Etadyonini bhutani sarvaniti upadharaya aham krishnasya jagata prabhava pralayastata. Both these energies, whether it's the 8 non-conscious energy and that one conscious energy, both this energy come from me, Arjuna. And from this, they cause many things to do. And because both these 8 plus the soul comes from me, therefore Krishna is the cause of all causes. He is the greatest and is the cause of all causes. And matta paratrana anyad kinchid asti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam proktam sutre mani gana iha. And there is nobody superior to me. Wow. Superior to earth is water, superior to water is fire, superior to fire is air, superior to air is either, superior to either is a mind, superior to mind is intelligence, and superior to intelligence is ego, and superior to ego is soul, and superior to soul is super soul, and nobody is great superior than me. And that superior is, there is matta partana anyad kinchit asti dhananjaya mai sarvam Sutra Maniganaya, because it's a supreme controller. Not a single piece of a grass can move without Krishna's permission. That is what is Krishna. Is the truth behind everything that is happening in this world. We can see the hand of the Lord. Like this wonderful garland, there are many flowers. An ignorant boy will say, wow, one flower is touching another flower. Wow, 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 that's so great. But the father will say, my dear son, it's all sticking to one to other because there's a thread going through the flowers. We cannot see the thread, but an intelligent person can understand. It is because of the thread that the flowers are sticking one to another, one to another. Wow. But the unintelligent boy will not understand. But by hearing from his intelligent father, he will also become intelligent. So we should see the hand of the Lord, Arjuna, and this is what you should preach to others. Yeah. And in this way, Krishna is telling him how to become a better devotee and how to, experience Krishna consciousness. Rasoham apsa kontaya prabhasmi shashishuraya pranava sarva vedeshu sabdake purusham nishu. And how Krishna, everything, Krishna is the supreme controller behind everything. There is Krishna's hand. Please hear very carefully how everything is upon me. I am the taste of the water. I am the light of the sun and the moon. I am the Om in the syllable Vedic mantras. And I am the sound in either, and I am the ability in man. In this way, we find that somebody is doing a lot of work. We should understand the ability is given by Krishna, or Krishna is present in him in the form of ability. We see the taste of water. Wow, we should understand that is Krishna. Okay, and Punya Gandham Prithvim Cha Tejas Chasmi Vivasoho Jivanam Sarvabhutishu Tapas Chasmi Tapasvishu. I am the fragrance of the earth. Wow. When the rainy season, when the first rain falls from top, the earth, there's a fragrance. We have Gopi Chandan, when it smells, there's a fragrance that is coming from earth. From the earth, the flowers get the fragrance. I am the heat in the fire. Wow. And I am the life of all the lives. That means I am giving the consciousness to the soul now. And I am the penance of all the ascetics, all those who are doing a lot of tapasya, austerity. Krishna is giving that. So, Bijam mam sarvabhutanam vidipartha sanatanam buddhir buddhimantam asmi tejas tejasmi na aham. Know that I am the original seed of all existence, because earth, water, fire, everything is coming from Krishna. Bijam mam sarvabhutanam. And he is the intelligence of the intelligent, and he is the power of the powerful person. So if somebody is working hard, somebody is doing penance, or somebody is powerful, wow, it's Krishna. Yeah, Muhammad Ali was a great boxer. At one time, he was so puffed up in a way. He said that I am the greatest. And after a few years, he got Parkinson's disease, and he was not even able to lift a cup of milk. And he got into touch with the Islamic religion. He took it seriously, and he said, what I have to say about yourself? I am still the greatest, he said to the reporter. I am still the word. He added one word, I am the greatest fool, to say that I am the greatest. Now I understand Allah is the greatest, or God is the greatest, or Krishna is the greatest. Balam Balvan. So that power was given to him by Krishna. Balam Balvantam Chaham Kamaraga Vivarjita Dharma Aviruddha Bhuteshu Kamosmi Bharatarisha. I am the strength of the strong. I am devoid of passion and desire. I am sex life, which is contrary to religious principles, not contradicting to religious principles. So Balam Balavantam, there are strong people. Actually, Krishna is giving them the strength. Kama Raga Vivarjita, that passion, that sex life, which is devoid of passion and desire, that which is not opposite to religious principles. Krishna says that is he. If some person is married and they live a pure life and they just come together and touches each other for producing children, Krishna says that through such parents, I he may come as a son like Devahuti and Kardamani. Wow. So Kama Raga Vivarjita. Echeva, all this. Echeva Satvika Bhava, Rajasa Tamasa Cha Eya, Mata Eva Titan Vidhi, Natu Ham Teshu Te Mai. Whatever you see, Arjuna, oh Arjuna, you should know it comes from me. So in this way, remember me. That is like the gopis could remember me all time, all places are concerned. There is no limit to this, Arjuna, for everything is under my control. Everything, whether it's Rajagun, Tamagun, or Satagun, goodness, passion, or ignorance, comes from my energy. I am independent, Krishna. I am independent, Arjuna. I am not under the modes because I am the greatest. The modes are under me. Rather, the modes are under me and they have to do as they have been told by me. You should pursue Krishna everywhere like the gopis. Thus, you become the greatest of the yogi. Yogi nama vitsabhisham madgatir antaratma. And in this way, understand bhakti, be connected, love and serve me and sell this product of bhakti to all. Yadyadachartishtas with this good conduct, inspire people to bring with this inspiration, bring the transformation. Give the information with inspiration that will bring the transformation. And in this way, they will have new resolutions and come to the conclusion that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So surrendering to Lord Sri Krishna, understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the Supreme Controller, is the greatest, people will definitely like him. But why people are not liking him? So Arjuna will have a question, and we will understand in phase 3 that why some living entities don't understand Krishna, and who are the 4 kind of people who don't worship Krishna, and who are those who surrender to Krishna. So 8 kind of human beings will be explained. This of the 11 kind of human being mentioned in chapter 7, 8 will be explained. Wow. So let us proceed. It's wonderful. Krishna is now going to say that there are some people who will never understand Krishna consciousness. So you don't waste your energy. Out of the 11 kind of people, 4 kind will not come. So focus on that 7. Of that 7, you will focus on the Jnani, that is quick. Then Sukritivan, that is okay. Then you can work on those who worship Devi Devtas and Brahmavadis, then Mayavadis. Then, if possible, time permits, you preach to the Duskritans. Okay, wow. So Arjuna is going to ask a question to Lord Krishna. Everything comes from you, Krishna, but why are people still unaware of this fact? Oh, Arjuna, because they are deluded by the 3 modes of material nature. Therefore, they do not know me, because I am above the modes and they cannot see something which is above the modes with this defective senses. Tribir gunamayir bhaver yebi sarvamidam jagat mohitamana nabi janati mamebhya param avyayam. They are deluded by the three modes of material nature. How can one come out of these three modes of material nature, Krishna? How these living entities can see you, Krishna? How can they overcome or come out of these three modes of material nature? It is difficult, Arjuna, because this energy, the three modes of material nature, is divine, and it belongs to me. It is like a three ropes interwoven into one, which makes it very strong and very difficult to cut. There is one solution, Arjuna. One must have faith in me and surrender, and then only they can cross over it easily. दैवी ऐसे गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपतन्ते मायामेता तरन्ति ते. In this way, they will surrender to me. They will not understand. They are deluded by the three modes of nature, and to cross over the three modes of material nature is difficult unless one calls out, "Oh Krishna, please help me," and surrenders. He will cross. A small example is given by Prabhupada to make this point. We want to meet a big, rich person for some reason, and we go to his gate, and the gate is locked, and we press the button, the gate opens, and again the gate, we enter, and the gate closes. But there is a big lawn. We have to walk through the lawn, and he is in the bungalow and is the third floor. And as soon as we enter, there's a dog which is shouting, "Pow, pow, pow." And we are in a mess. The dog is not allowing us to walk another step. And out of fear, if we shout out, "Hey, hey, Raju, John," or whatever it is, Amar, Akbar, Anthony, whoever is, then the owner will come. "Oh, my dear friend, you're here? Tommy, shut up." And when he said, "Tommy, shut up," and Tommy will keep quiet, and we can walk through. So we are in the property of Lord Shri Krishna, and this dog, three of material illusionary energy, three modes of energy, shouting, barking, and making our life hellish. If we shout, "Oh Krishna, please help me, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram," so he'll say, "Tommy, three modes of material nature, shut up." So it will keep quiet, and we can walk through and meet Krishna and enjoy his wonderful association. "Oh Krishna, you say that those who surrender can cross beyond the bondage?" Yes. Then why don't intelligent people surrender unto you? Arjuna, they will not surrender to me. Of the 11 kinds of human beings, we see that the 4 kinds of people will never ever surrender unto me. There are 4 types of people who will surrender and 4 will not surrender, which is explained 15 and 16. Wow, interesting. Of the 11 kind of people, 4 kind of people will not surrender. Namam duskritano muda prapadante naradama maya aparita asuram bhava ashritam. Those who are foolish and proudly think that they are scholars, actually bewildered. They are like a blind leading the blind. They will never ever surrender of this. There are 4 of kinds. The first one is Muda. He's like an animal. He's working for food. And he thinks that if it doesn't work, then he will not get food. He will not be able to provide food to his family. He thinks he is born in karma. He thinks that Krishna is also an ordinary person and born by karma like he is born. And he never takes interest in the spiritual discourses, Krishna's name, form, qualities, and pastimes. He never takes interest in Nam, Guna, Rupa, Leela, and he prefers to listen the mundane topic, the film songs and YouTube songs and other mundane. He is like a hog eating stool. He is like eating stool. He is like taking things that has been told to be rejected by the scriptures. So in this way, he is listening to what should not be less, which the scriptures is telling not to take. That things which is full of lust, anger, and greed, he is taking. It is like a hog eating stool. Second is called the Naradama. They are like socially and politically very powerful people, born, but they are very powerful, influential people, but they don't have religious principles. They are born in a good family, but they become attached to mundane poetry and other subject matters. And they are not interested in the goal of life. They don't want, they are assuming that life will be beautiful, and they are misled and they want to mislead others. The third is called Maya Aparita Jnana. They are like they are like Maya Aparita Jnana. They are mostly learned fellows, the scientists who say that there's nothing called as God. Everything has got a reason, and they give the reason, but they don't see the reason of all the reason is Krishna. Mat Partrananyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. And they follow the atheistic Sankhya that there is no need for God, and there was no God, is no God, and there will be no God. And they think that creation is caused by material nature with a big bang. They see the nature and not me as the controller. Even when the Vedas clearly speak about this, the last rascal is called demonic nature. They hate me and they want to kill me like Jarasandha, Kamsa, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Dantabakara, Shishupal. They want to kill me. All these rascals have some knowledge, but still they do not want to surrender to me. They know there is Narayan, they know there is Vishnu, but they don't want to surrender, and they hate me. So there are four kinds of people who never ever comes to me. Oh Krishna, who are the people who surrender to you? Oh, there are people who surrender to me, and they are called as Sukritiman. Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritino arjuna artha jigyasu artati jnani cha bharatarisha. O greatest of the Bharatas, O greatest of the Pandava, O Arjuna, there are four kinds of men who began to render devotional service unto me. First one is one who is in distress, in calamity, in sickness. His family members are in a difficult situation or some other problem, and who desire to get rid of it. He comes to me. The next is Arjuna, who wants money, opulence, land. He wants pleasure in this world and in the next, and he comes to me. And the third is inquisitive one. He wants, he and his objective is self-realization. He learns Sanskrit grammar or logic. These are men of discrimination. They are better than the previous two. Still, they have a desire. What will give me more happiness? Whether going to a club will give me happiness, whether going to film will give me happiness, whether going to picnic will give me happiness, or whether going to the temple will give me happiness. And they land up and come to me, and they find that coming to temple gives more pleasure and stick to me. They are called as Jigyasu. All of them have got desires. That's why they are called as Sakam Bhaktas. There are three kinds of Sakam Bhaktas who are Sukritiman, and they surrender, but they have desire. The last one of Arjuna is Jnani. He has knowledge that he is soul and Krishna is the super soul. And he knows that he should practice bhakti to become very nicely connected to Bhagwan. He should become bhakta, do bhakti, and be connected to Bhagwan. He knows that he is the spirit soul and Krishna is the super soul and is a part and parcel of the Supreme. He also has a desire, but no material desires. Rather, he wants liberation. He wants to be connected to Krishna, and he does everything to please Krishna. That's why he's Nishkama. And he performs bhakti to obtain that liberation. But when he surrenders out of love. Arjuna, Krishna, of these four, who is the best? Krishna. Oh, Arjuna, of these four, Artha Jigyasu, Arthati, Jnani, Cha, Bharatarisha, who is the best? Yeah, those who surrender to Krishna magnanimously, the Jnanis is the best of all. And purity, such a purity is very rare. This we'll see in 17, 18, and 19, very nicely explained by Krishna. Wow. So, Tesham Jnani Nitya Yukta Eka Bhaktir Visheshyate Priyo Hi Jnanino Atya Artam Aham Sacha Mama Priya. Of this, the one who is in full knowledge, the Jnani, who is always engaged in pure devotional service, is the best. Oh Krishna, why is that? Why Jnani is the best? Arjuna, because he is always in union with me. He is one pointed in devotion with me. He has no distress. He has no desire for money. So his meditation can be continuous. He is always absorbed in me. And his attention does not stray to anything else, Arjuna. Although I am all-knowing, I cannot measure his love for me. I cannot measure the love of Gopis for me, oh Arjuna. Yoginam api sarvesham, they are the greatest of the yogis. All I can say is that he loves me very much, and thus I love him in return. Oh Krishna, the Jnanis are attached to you and worship you. Is it because out of fear of losing their knowledge? Isn't it, Krishna? No, Arjuna, no. Their main objective is devotion. Their main objective is service. Their main objective is to love me. Knowledge is secondary, Arjuna. Therefore, they are Jnanis in name only. They are not like the Jnanis who practice devotion to obtain knowledge and throw me away. They are not like this Mayavadis and Brahmavadis. Rather, they are Jnanis. This type of Jnani has great attraction for me, affection for me, a love for my blackish, beautiful form. Those others who practice devotional service for knowledge think that knowledge is higher than devotion. And after taking devotion, they give up. After attaining knowledge, they give up devotion. When they think that they have achieved liberation. But this Jnani is only Jnani for namesake. They love me. They have attraction for me, affection for me. Oh Krishna, it is obvious that a Jnani is dear to you. But what about the other Sakam Bhaktas, Artha Jigyasu Artharthi? Are they not dear to you, Krishna? Wow. Arjuna is like Udhara sarva eva te jnani tava atma eva me mat astita sahi yukt atma mam eva anuttamam gatim. For those who come to me and worship me to ask for something, I give it. Good health, out of problem, money, enjoyment, I give it. So they are dear to me because out of love they have asked me for something. But the Jnanis aren't asking anything from me, but they are asking Krishna himself, himself. They don't want Krishna's property, they want Krishna. They want Krishna himself. They don't want anything, so they are better. He never asks or desires for anything, neither heaven nor liberation, for he is under my protection. The Jnani has rejected impersonal liberation and has made my beautiful blackish form his destination. No liberation, but Krishna is his destination. That is his resolution. That is his resolve. As one cannot exist without one's body or intelligence, so one cannot exist without, I cannot exist without him. I cannot exist without Radha, and Radha cannot exist without me. Oh, Krishna, you say that Jnani obtains you. But how long does it take actually to become a Jnani, a devotee, a real devotee? How can this Sukriti one become a Gyani. Other three can also become Gyani, or one can become. O Arjuna, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvam Iti Samahatma Sudurlabha. Such a Jnani surrenders to me and comes to me to bhakti after many, many, many births, knowing me to be everything. Such a great soul is great. He is Mahatma, a great soul. Is very rare. Krishna, I have understood that those with material desires in distress or want money achieve the goal by rendering service to you. However, some people have similar problem, but they don't come to you. They go to demigods. What is that situation, Arjuna? Krishna, what is that situation? Yes. Or there are four kinds of people who come to me, and there are four kinds will never come to me. There are one more kind of people who come to me, and they one more kind, they don't come to me, but they go to the demigods. They are called, and there are others who come to me, but they come for liberation. They are Mayavadis. So Devta Upasaks and Mayavadis are explained in slok 21, 22, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So in this way, we are going to see the Devsa Upasak in slok 20, 21, 22, 23, and the Mayavadis in 25 and 26. Thus, 11, 10 kinds of human beings are mentioned, and the Brahmavadis will be mentioned last in the end of this chapter. कामेस्तेस्तु हितज्ञानं प्रपदन्ते अन्यदेवता तां तां नियम आस्ताय prakrite niyata swaya. The knowledge, they go to the demigods. Krishna, Arjuna, they go to demigods because of lust. The knowledge is being snatched because they think that the problem cannot be satisfied. Vishnu takes time. Such a person who may have disease will think that if it will be quickly destroyed if he worships to sun god, but it won't happen if he worships Vishnu. Hitajnana, their intelligence is stolen by lust. Thus, they do this because they are controlled by the lower nature, passion and ignorance. Yo yo yam yam tanu bhakta shraddhayarchitam ichati tasya tasya chalam shraddha taneva vidahami aham. Because I am in the super soul, I can perceive that desire. When they desire to worship some demigod, I make their faith study so that they can devote themselves to that particular deity and make believe that the demigod is supreme. Wow. So in this way, that faith also is given by Krishna. Satasya shraddhaya yuktas tasya aradhanam ihate labate cha tata kama mam eva vihitan hitaan. So whatever one wants, so whoever wants to worship demigods, Krishna says, I give them the faith in that deity and I create the faith in them, Arjuna. The demigods are not capable of doing that. But then by that faith, they worship the demigods and obtain the desired goal. That also by my grace, Arjuna. By worshipping the deity, they get the result. Because the demigods are my body, I grant their particular desires, Arjuna. Even though the worshipper does not know that I am giving to the demigod and then the demigods are giving it to that demigod worshipper. But the demigods don't exist for long. That's where the fruit of their worship will not exist for long. Antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedasham devan devaya joyanti madbhaktayanti mamapi. The results of these foolish people are limited and temporary. Please understand this, Arjuna. Oh, Krishna, I'm understanding. But I understand that you are doing a big injustice to these people. The demigod worshippers are putting the same amount of the effort. In fact, they put more amount of effort in worshipping their deities as to your devotees worshiping you. And to your devotees, you give unlimited results because they go to the spiritual world where there is unlimited pleasure. And the others, demigod worshipper, you are giving them a result which is limited. Krishna, this is an injustice. They perform more amount of effort, but the result is limited. It is impartiality. You are really not doing justice. You are, you are, you're giving more to your devotees. There's partiality. Krishna, there's partiality. Arjuna, I am not doing any injustice. Devam Deva Yajanti. They worship the demigods and they go to the demigods. And those who worship me, they come to me. Where is injustice? It's just a rule, it's a principle, it's a siddhanta. Those who worship demigods go to demigods. And my worshippers, they come to me. That is siddhanta. That is the rule, that is the principle. When the demigods themselves are temporary and perishable, how can the result of their worship be permanent, Arjuna? Both demigods and the results will be destroyed. Therefore, I say the worshipper of these demigods are alpamedasam, less intelligent. But those who worship with the idea that demigods are subordinate, those results are not temporary. If they worship the demigods, understanding them as my bodily limbs, then they will come to the proper position. They worship as Surya as a part of eye of Krishna, or Chandra as an eye of Krishna, and Indra as the arm of Krishna, then they are properly situated, like Radharani worship Surya Devi, Katyani Devi, Ganesha. However, those who have no intelligence think I am beyond nature, but have no form, and that my appearance in the house of Vasudeva is acceptance of material form. They are called as Mayavadis. They think that my appearance is illusionary and not transcendental. Why do they think like this, Krishna? They do not know that my form and my pastimes are beyond material nature and they are transcendental. Oh Krishna, if you say that your form and qualities and activities are eternal, why aren't they always seen by everyone? Avyaktam vyakta apana. Manyate mama buddhaya. Param bhavam ajanato mame avyayam anuttamam. Krishna's form is eternal. His qualities are eternal. Why don't they understand? Oh Arjuna, because I don't reveal it to them. Naham prakasha sarvasa yogamaya samavrita mudayam nabhijanati loka ajam abhyayam. I am never manifested to those foolish and unintelligent Arjuna. For them I am covered by my yoga maya. And so the deluded world does not know me that I am unborn and infallible, avyayam, ajama. Only the Mahatmas can know me, not the Duratmas. So 10 kind of people, human beings have been explained in this chapter till now. वेदाहं समातीतानि वर्तमानि च अर्जुन भविष्यानि च भूतानि मां तु वेद कश्चन. Krishna knows everything of past, present and future. But you should understand that neither external nor internal energy can cover me, my knowledge. Maya cannot cover its support. That is me, that is Krishna. Although it covers them, it cannot cover me. Thus, I know everything, past, present, and future. I also know all living entities, but me, no living entities knows. Krishna. Krishna, since when the living entities are being bewildered? Right from the creation. All the jivas are born into illusion. Delusion, and one who is sinless can do bhakti with determination. Slokas 27 and 28. Wow. Ichha dvesha samuthena dvandamohena bharata sarvabhutani sammohan sarge yanti param tapa. Since the beginning of the creation, all the living entities are bewildered, overcome by the duality of hate and desire. As soon as birth takes place, one is entangled and entrapped. Because of this ignorance, one becomes bewildered and attached. Those who have excessive attachment or excessive aversion cannot be my devotee. Then who can be your devotee, Krishna? It seems very difficult. So, Arjuna, this is a material world. It's called a place of imprisonment. And in a jail, in an imprisonment, only the prisoners who are outlawed can be there. So, anybody in this material world is actually bewildered, is outlawed, overcome by hate. Arjuna, who can be your devotee? Krishna, Krishna, tell me, it seems that to become a devotee is very, very difficult. Yeah. Esham to antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dandamoha nirmukta bhajante mam dridavritam. Those persons who have acted piously in the previous life and in this life, O Arjuna, have come to the end of their sins by the merciful glance of the great devotees. Such devotee wanders are all over the earth to give the mercy to the pious souls, and therefore they get strong faith and understand me in truth and begin to render service to me with determination. Arjuna, those pious souls are waiting for me. You become the inspiration, bring the transformation by your wonderful conduct. Yadyad acharati shreshtas. When these pious people, they take inspiration and they follow your steps, they will gradually, gradually take up Krishna consciousness, and they will increase their faith and understand me in truth and render service with determination. In this way, you are helping them, Arjuna. I send my devotees like Srila Prabhupada, who goes to a place where people are not even pious. He creates piety for them and delivers them. He makes the hippies into happies. He makes the Rusis into rishi. He makes Chinis into munis and Japanese to chant japa, and makes those who are unhappy happy. Prabhupada, when we was talking about Eshamantagatam Papam, he said that only pious people can take Krishna consciousness. So the foreigners were smiling, wow, we must be pious in the previous life. He said, no, I created the piety. Wow. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So such great souls wander around And Krishna wants Arjuna to also set such a good example and liberate the conditioned soul. There is the 11th kind of human being who take up Krishna consciousness, come to Krishna, but not to do devotional service, just to be in the Nirakar, Nirvishesh, formless form, light feature of Krishna. Jara Marana Mokshaya Mam Ashrita Yatanti Te Brahma Tadvido Krishnam Adhyatma Nam Karma Chakilam. I have explained how some devotees with material desire get those desire fulfilled and come to me. But there is another type of Sakam Bhakta. They are people who desire liberation from old age, Jara Mara. They desire freedom from old age and disease. They take shelter and worship my deity, and actually they worship Brahman, the Nirvishesh, that is formless light coming from my body. They know everything about my transcendental activities. They are not like Mayavadis, but they prefer the light more than my deity form. They are called Brahmavadis. So there are 11 kind of human beings. Of that four will never ever come to me. They are called Duskrita, Muda, Maya Paritagana, Asurinam Bhavata, Naradhama. There are four. And there are four Sukritivan, Arthati Jigyasu, Jnani Bhartarisha. And the ninth one is demigod worshipper. The 10th one is Mayavadi. And the 11th one, just now explained, is Brahmavadi. So 11 kind of human beings are being mentioned by Krishna to Arjuna. And now Krishna is saying, Sadi Bhuta Adi Devam Ma Sa Adiyajnam Chaye Vido Prayana Kale Api Chamam Deviduryukta Chetasa. Such a devotee, whether it's Brahmavadi or whether it's Jnani or Maya, whether it's a Jnani, Arthartata Jigyasu, they render service to me to know my pastimes, my name, my qualities, Guna, Rupa, Nama, Leela, and they become liberated. And thus, with full consciousness of me, this Brahmavadi, they know me to be the governing principle of all the manifestation of the demigods and all sacrifices, and can understand me. And even at the time of death, they know me, and at the time of death, they will attain me. So after rendering service to me, Brahmavadis will go to Brahmajyoti, but my devotees will attain me even at the time of death. Even death is painful, but for my devotees, the death is joy. It's like a man, cat, when in the jaw of the cat there is a rat, it is crying, help, help, in a miserable, hopeless, helpless situation. Whereas a kitten, the child, is having pleasure. Similarly, the jaw of cat is death. When it comes to non-devotees, they are in a very hopeless, helpless state. Whereas same death when comes to the devotees, they are like, they accept that they are child of God and they are in a pleasurable situation. It's like this. Sometimes police come to invite a great man, but the same man come to invite a criminal also. So death comes for the criminal. Police is a terror, and for the minister, he is not a terror. So death for devotees is pleasurable. So in this way, Krishna is explaining Bhakti Yoga to Arjuna and helping him to become a better devotee and sell the product which is called as Bhakti Yoga. So become a devotee. Don't become a Sukritivan. Don't become Mayavadi. Don't become Brahmavadi. Don't become atheist. Of this 11 kind of people, become a devotee and make others devotee, Arjuna, because Krishna consciousness is the greatest product and you are the brand ambassador. Yadyad acharati shrestha tattadeva itarajana saiva pramanakurte lokastad anuvartate. Wow. So in this way, Krishna is inspiring Arjuna to become a devotee, become a better devotee and make others devotee. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. And Hare Krishna to all. Hari Bo.